Yes, so that is the NCBA Limuru Open now. Let's get into a conversation this afternoon, and it's all about miles for education. And right about now, I'm joined by Professor Mwenda Ntarangwi, who's the Vice Chancellor, USIU Africa. Good afternoon, Professor. How are you?
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me. I'm very well, thank you.
Good to have you here on Scoreline.
Yes,
you know, most of the time, USIU is known for education, but you are having the second edition of the Miles for Education. But let's begin by taking a look at it. What is Miles for Education?
Miles for Education refers to a marathon where we measure the marathon in terms of kilometers or miles, but what are they for? For every that you do, we hope that you can be putting in some funds into the education of our students. This is a marathon that was actually started by students themselves in order to support some of their own that are not able to fully get the support for the university education that we offer, but also to build community and take care of our mental health. You know, we have to be active in these days and deal with it. So it's a combination of running, helping other students, but also helping ourselves as a community. Yes.
This year, next weekend, that is on Sunday, you are having the second edition of the Miles for Education. How different, before even looking at how different will this year's marathon be, tell us about how the first edition was.
You know, the first one was learning. You know, we just jumped into it. We said, we have to do something about this. And it was the idea of our students.
Yes.
And they were enthusiastic, and we had to learn how to do marathon. You know, it's not something you just wake up and say, let's do this. You contact people, you get support, you partner with people, and we learned a great deal. Now we're coming back with the experience we had to make this one even more enjoyable and meaningful.
Yes, so how is this one different from the first edition?
Yes. Number one, we have participation from people with disabilities. In fact, right now we have about 30 who have
so you're making it all inclusive.
It is very inclusive because we have all types of students from everywhere, but also with different abilities. So we want to make marathon also a place for them to feel accommodated. We have different categories of runners, from the young ones, you know, the ones in primary school, kindergarten if they can, and then also ones that are in the upper ages, all the way to 70 and plus. So we have everybody there. We also have Zumba. If you can't run, if you can't walk, why not spend time dancing and exercising?
Yes.
So we want to have that. And then we have also many activities for young people, for the children. We'll keep them on campus. We'll even have a tour of campus for them. They can start imagining coming to USIU Africa. So it's not just running, it's also building community and the future pipeline for us.
Most marathons that we have in the country probably are run along the expressway, also the bypasses. Most people will be wondering, why close Thika Road on the 26th?
Because it's important for us to get people safe in that. But we're actually using the Northern Bypass. We are now in our second marathon. So we are cooking all this. When we are ready for Thika Road, when we appear, it will be earth-shaking when you come in there. Because now we're preparing, we have this, and we are partnering with Athletics Kenya, with anti-doping, with the National Police, and all the people that are involved in marathon planning, so that we can bring it now, prime time, on Thika Road.
Yes, when the first edition was happening, you said that, you know, you want to make this the biggest half marathon that we have in the country. And you incorporated some of the top athletes that we have in the country. And how important is it having the top athletes that we have in the country being part of this Miles for Education?
You know, it is open for everyone, and we want everybody to feel like this is their marathon. One of the other things I forgot to mention is we have Wanyoike, our gold medalist, Henry, our gold medalist, who is also one of our ambassadors, to say that this is something very important. And when we incorporate all these athletes, top athletes, they can use it as a sort of a trial for whatever other races they want to participate in later, but also to mingle with these young people. The future of Kenya's talent and Africa's talent is at USIU. So what about that? Mix with these people, but also for them to see them running and participating to also assist others. Yes.
How is your relationship with Athletics Kenya now? Because, of course, we know in the country you cannot organize such a race without including or rather partnering with Athletics Kenya. How is your relationship with Athletics Kenya?
We have a wonderful relationship. We are very, very compliant. Whatever they ask, they help us with marking the roads, but also helping us know what is allowable and what is not allowable. And we also have anti-doping because we also want to discourage any cheating in any way, and we did it the same last time. So we are ready, and we cooperate with everyone because USIU is always about standards. So we can't be cutting corners.
Professor, why do you want to make this, one of the biggest half marathons in the country in the future?
We want it to be the biggest because the university has a lot of alumni, and I know in this race on Sunday next week, we'll have participation from people from Tanzania. So, when you have people who are coming for a marathon, a Kenyan marathon, because they care about their institution.
Yes.
Imagine when we go down a few more years, everybody will be coming to us. And we want that to be the reality for everyone, so that we include people from far, because we are an institution for Africa and the world. We want that to be reflected in our own race and the marathon.
Professor, will you be running?
I will be walking.
I thought since it's your marathon, you also be participating.
We have a category for walking.
You have a category for walking?
Yes, just to finish. I'll do the 10K.
You'll do the 10K?
Yes.
Yes. So which are the categories that you're having this year?
We have 21, 10, and then, of course, we have 5. And we have categories of athletes who are running, all the 21, and athletes who are running 10. And then, of course, we have CEOs who want to do that. We have schools that want to join us. I think Kenya High and Mountain View will be joining us, again, because this is a very, very inclusive marathon. But we also have different levels of people in ages, as I mentioned earlier, ages and ability levels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are there incentives for the winners?
Oh, yeah. There's some money. There's some money to it. I think it's about 150K for the first person, 80 for the second person, and 70 for the third person in the 21K. But I am told there are goodies for everyone who participates, including myself, who will be walking.
Professor, let me ask you, after organizing the first one, what was the major challenge that you faced and you learned from it and you're looking to rectify in this second edition?
I think it is, you learn that you need so many people because there are so many moving parts who helps you do crowd control, who helps you give out water, who helps you make sure that the people are safe as they run or walk along the roads. So motorists are also safe in all those places. But also, it's very expensive to put up a marathon. So we learned that you can put all your money in preparations and you still do not get everything done. We've learned those lessons. Now we are ready. And every shilling donated to us through sponsorship goes directly to students who need support.
How is the community part of this Miles for Education?
And
what are you doing to make to include the community in as part of the Miles for Education?
Because it started with students, and students are living and working around the community that we are there. They are part of that, but also the people that they spend time with, and our own internal community, our own alumni within the country, and now the ones that are coming from as far as Tanzania, they are there. And a lot of volunteers from different parts. We have community service that we do, that every student has to do before they graduate. Those people that are involved tend to be also volunteering to be part of the different activities of the marathon. So we are as inclusive as we do in our own education.
What does the future hold for the Miles for Education initiative?
I think we'll get more and more students who will be able to be supported to study at USIU, but also we'll be building a legacy of supporting each other so that we carry each other together, because you can't solve Africa's problems alone. We need everyone, and not people who are not in the pipeline that we have, but everybody who wants and wishes to be at USIU Africa.
I thought we said we are Africa and Africa is our business.
It is always that. I have always said that.
Yes.
Yes. But we're now even looking, we want to conquer the entire world.
Professor, what should people expect on the 26th of July, which is next Sunday?
Number one, a very well-organized event, full participation. Nobody is being pressurized to do something they cannot do. It is free for everyone to be themselves. Don't come to run too quickly. Please exercise slightly before you come so that your body is used to the exercising and movement.
Yes.
But also, be cheerful. This is also good for our mental health. You know, we have that challenge in this country, and we want to make sure that people enjoy and form community and enjoy everybody. We expect fun. We expect lots of people. Come in early, and don't be in a hurry to leave. We want to show you our hospitality at the university.
Of course, there are people that will be looking at this marathon thinking that USIU is only about athletics, but you excel in different sports. Tell us about that.
Yes. Number one, we are the swimming powerhouse. We are basketball powerhouse. We are hockey powerhouse, and many, many more. And this is just part of what we want to do. We've also introduced golf, that we want to include many more students and partnerships with Windsor so that we can also increase that. Tennis, we have courts and we have very good students there already, so we want to increase the numbers. But also we have martial arts, where our students compete internationally. And we believe that now marathon and other races will be part of our heritage that we have really, really worked on. Yes.
Yes, of course, I know USIU, when you talk about basketball, you have a very good basketball team, as well as hockey. Probably I'll try and see how good the martial arts, team is, and as well as the golf that you're trying to introduce. And as we wrap up this conversation, Professor, you've said that on Sunday people should come out and knowing that they should come out after they've exercised, knowing that this is going to be a good event. You've said that this is a long time, initiative that is for the students. But at the end of it all, are we going to see more renowned athletes, participate in this?
We've invited, you extend invitations. And these are highly sought after athletes. And so sometimes when they are planning to come, they get a race that
they've been invited to outside the country.
Outside the country.
Yes.
So we can't compete with that. But we know we've extended invitations to a number of them, and we hope that they can honor our invitation and show up, and so that they can also inspire our young people. Yes.
Thank you very much, Professor Mwenda Tarangu, of course, who is the Vice Chancellor, USIU Africa, talking to us about the second edition of Miles for Education, which will be happening on the 26th of July. That is next week on Sunday. And he says that, of course, he expects lots of people to turn up for that race that will be held, of course, along Thika Road as well as the Northern Bypass. And they will be looking forward to a very successful event. Of course, we'll be waiting to see who comes out as the winners of that event. Thank you very much, Professor, for making time to come and talk to us about the second edition of that race. I want us to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be switching gears and talking about the Super Bowl Open that will be taking place in the Netherlands. We'll be speaking to Austin Maina as well as Cyrus Malay, and they are freestyle footballers. Austin is a freestyle footballer, and of course, Cyrus is the coach. They will be telling us what to expect when they will be representing Kenya in Netherlands when that World Championships takes place. That will be in a bit.